We're gonna keep on this.
Whenever you look up, man, like
Yes,
you're supposed to.
yes.
Whenever you're ready, we gonna team on too.
All you gotta do is stay blue. Keep that ass true to you.
Team on two. 1, 2.
Team.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
We've been jamming our hearts out.
I'm in this mug slipping.
I done sweated out my hairdo. And Derek's been sweated out the clothes. And we just ask y'all, just give us a minute. Let us go freshen up and get it all right back good again so we can come back out here and do it all over.
Better, baby.
Go.
Every time we dance, we go hard, so hard.
Let's do it. Hard. Let's do it. Hard. Go.
Every time we dance, we go hard, so hard. Hard, baby.
Hard. What we gonna do?
Follow me.
Yes. New day, new way, new.
New day,
new.
Follow me. Yeah.
New day, new view, new you. Get your motherfucking ass up.
Every time we dance, we go hard,
So
hard. Hard, baby. Hard.
Let's jam.
Hard. Ooh, change it up now. I got what you need. Boy, come fuck with me. Trying to smoke some weed. Well, I'm trying to soak these sheets. My body needs relief. And I think you got the key. So put me on my knees.
Let's
and
do
fuck
it.
me till I scream. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know you like that. Ooh, I'm coming right back. Back to back. Ooh, to back. Ooh, to back. You ain't had it like that. Ooh, oh shit. Ooh, we call it having fits. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah. What y'all gonna do?
Ooh, I'ma throw fits on it, fits on it. 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 He never had no dick if he never thrown a fit. He never had no dick if he never thrown a fit. I'ma throw fits on it, fits on it. 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 He never had no dick if he never thrown a fit. He never had no dick if he never pressed. I got what you want. And now for the song of all songs, because we know it's what you want. Because it's the class of all classes, by the teacher of all teacher and the producer of all producers. It's bubble time, baby. Do you got your notes, your pens, and your pads? Because it's time to take your ass to class. Whoa! I feel it sad. Yes, I feel alive. Expecting.
Let's go, y'all. We got a lot to cover today.
You doing this morning? You feeling good? My life's a breeze. You don't know? You ain't breathing, baby. Resisting. You better stop resisting. And they come to me. And they will come to me. In the vortex, tuning into my source. I love this voice because it keeps me alive. Ooh, and when the troubles of the world are bringing me down, I just hop up on my bubbles and fly. That's right, baby. Ooh. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me. It will be given to me. It will be given to me. It will be given today. It will be given to me. It will be given to me. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me. It 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 will be given to me.
Let's go.
Break it down.
Lynn, Spit that Franklin.
Yeah, ooh, Franklin. I'm in the vortex and every girl around me on a green bubble. No trouble on another level. Everything I ever want was given. Every car I ever want was driven. Black and brilliant, educated and cocky. Destined for greatness, man. No one can stop me. And if you need the blueprint, just watch me. My back to block, it's not a game. Black Monopoly. Oh, I wake up in the vortex, tuning into my source.
You don't know what to do.
I love his voice because it keeps me alive.
It'll keep you alive, baby.
And when the troubles
if you want to learn how to play this
bringing
game,
me
the
down,
boom, boom, boom is
I
what you
just
got
hop
to get
up
to, baby.
on my bubbles and
so
fly.
get up and then show ass off. Shit.
Lovely. You can stop my dough. You can't stop my dough. Oh,
Them bears in the bubbles.
Bubbles, baby.
Lovely.
Lovely. You can stop my dough, mama. Yeah. Them bears in the bubbles. Fuck you. Come on now. Everything that I ever wanted, that I ever needed, will be given to me. I stopped Craig Mom in myself. I stopped Craig Mom in myself. Put them bears in the bubble. Hey,
You better stop Craig Mom in yourself.
Feel
That shit
me.
keep you down, baby.
Feel me.
Get on the ground, baby.
The bears in the bubbles. I can feel it.
Ooh, I can feel
I
it.
can taste it.
Better taste it.
Every morning when I wake.
Get up, wake up, get it.
I'm jumping in my vortex, y'all.
Vortex, y'all.
To be in my boom boom room.
I got my blue dot, y'all.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Breathe on it.
Y
Handela, Robosha, Quiete, Robosha. Yay, sauce. Dabba do day. Ah, man. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes,
Thank you, Jesus. We're going to do it like we do every day before I let it settle in your spirit. We're going to go check out our first 5 and our number 6, our wonk wonk. Number 1, we got Tennessee hot chicken.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, we got Mela Miracles. Number 3.
Sorry. All right.
And y'all was doing so good cheering on in the back. Let's go. Let's start all over. Let's recap. Bless her heart like they used to do in church. Bless her little heart. Bless her. Let's get it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
I said number 1, we got Tennessee hot chicken. Number 2, we got Mela Miracles. Number 3, we got Guru Dex. Number 4, we got Master Goodies. Number 5, we got Keisha Johns. And I can't believe it again. Number 6, we got Mama Anga. I'm thinking somebody trying to goddamn show off. She done turned the walk into the show off unless the world just wants us to hear from the mama of the show each day. Listen here. Before we get started, man, I want y'all to imagine this war going on. Mobb Deep said there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You can run, but you cannot hide because these are the streets that we didn't took. You're scared to duck. You're scared to look. Man, there's a war going on the inside no man is safe from. We gonna fix some shit up. We're gonna go in a circle, then we're gonna come back around. We're gonna show y'all what we've learned in this class, what we already know. Then I gotta show you what they try to trick us with so we can unthink it. Imagine the war. There's a war going on inside of you, and you got to understand what this war is. You will never be happy until you understand how to fight this war. You have to understand who the true enemy is. They got you thinking the wrong enemy. The devil ain't the enemy. The devil ain't the enemy. Devil, I need you. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the devil. The devil ain't the bad guy.
The devil is a lie.
The devil is the truth. God told a lie. God told Adam and Eve in the garden, he said, the day you eat of this fruit, you shall surely die. Ain't that what he said?
That is
the
what
devil
he said.
said, you won't die if you eat of this fruit. Adam and Eve ate of the fruit and they did not die. And according to the Bible, men used to live to be 1,000 years old back then. God is a liar. Devil is the truth. Devil, I need you.
Come on through.
I know y'all don't like that devil, I need you, but that's who you calling on. We're going to get into it. Ladies, what's up with the recap? Y'all ready to recap this thing up? It's time for the recap, baby.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Yeah. So yesterday, the master teacher asked you, what do you daydream about? What are you trying to escape when you're daydreaming? Why don't you try to get somewhere instead of trying to get from somewhere? Then it'll serve you some purpose, but a lot of people can't. And I was saying, telling Sonya, I was like, everybody not so blessed to be able to access their imagination upon request of blue babyness, right?
I love how you said that.
hashtag. Okay, right? So what you got to do is help yourself, be a little assistant.
Yes.
And so you have to maybe get a little dressed up like me. Sometimes I got to put on my little outfits and stuff to get me to the boom boom room because my mind can't take me there in hyper speed.
Yes.
But this outfit can because I could see it right away.
Exactly.
And I allow myself to go into my babyness, and I'm allowing myself to humble that adult peakness that say, bitch, ain't you too old to be dressing up? No, because I did it at the club, so I could do it for myself, right?
Yes, and you do it for a man. You do it for your kids.
Or do you dress up for drinks? Do you dress up for drinks? I used to dress up for drinks.
We do.
Yes, but anyway, girl. So and
we dress up for gas.
You dress up for gas. You dress up for a hello,
a pack of cigarettes.
What are you dressing up for? You better dress up for yourself.
Yeah.
And then Master Teacher said, and which I'm paraphrasing. Basically, he let us know your baby blue is okay sleeping, napping, daydreaming. It's your yellow that can't wait to get the fuck up and act up based on what it thinks Pinks wants to see from them. You get what I'm saying? Yes. And it could be as simple as maybe I need to get up. I think the world would say I'm lazy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people is around moving about, bumping into people that they shouldn't, because maybe you should have been asleep being lazy, being okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you could add.
Ooh, that is just such good shit right there. God damn, that hashtag. She said she getting dressed up for her baby blue dye request with the woo blase. Yeah, that shit was good. And I can definitely respect that because it wasn't something that I knew that I was doing or that I was doing out of true blueness. Like I was sent to my room on punishment. So I'm out there acting bad and get in trouble. And it's like, okay, I got 6 weeks in this room. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read because I really don't want to stay in this room 6 weeks mentally, so physically my body's going to be trapped in this room, but I'm about to read some books in Timbuktu about kids that's doing all kinds of amazing things during this time when I'm not. When I can't. And so then going from there, it's like another thing that goes back to that thing where Mambos was like, you got to be pink or yellow sometimes to get to your true blue, and yellow and blue even makes green. Exactly. Because I was getting my ass whooping in trouble and sent to my room, but then I end up being a reader, and then, having strict Christian parents is like, I got to play a sport. I got to get out this mug. Practice gets me out the house 2 nights a week. At least I'm on campus when other people are being social and not just class. And it allows me to stay on campus longer throughout the day. So I'm at home less. So athletics took me into that whole visual imagery teaching at UT, and they like see the whole game and smell the popcorn, hear the crowd, hear the whistles, smell the sneakers screeching on the floor. So it's those life experiences that we're traveling through, pink and yellow, really trying to feed our blue dot baby, but we being pink and yellow about it because until we know how to play the game, that's what we're doing, right? We're putting on the different outfits, moving into these spaces, trying to manifest. So I just didn't want to take full credit for what Chris was saying. I have what I consider to be what I use now as a strong imagination muscle, but that's as a result of life circumstances and situations and shit that I got myself into and had to imagine how the fuck I'm gonna get out.
And I know Master Teacher ready. If I could just just add real quick. A person like me, I didn't like to read because I would fall asleep.
Mhm.
However, what if we flipped the board and my mind just needed to absorb and take me somewhere for a second?
Exactly, girl.
I had read enough lines for my mind.
Yeah.
So
To take off.
could absorb some more, some more instruction.
Yep.
I could stay up longer. You could flip how you see that deficiency of not being able to by saying you gave your mind all it needed for the moment.
And I can say it in 30 seconds, please, Master Teacher. Even with that, if she maybe had allowed herself to read a little bit and gone to sleep, her blue dot baby would have took off.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah, taking off in the imagination land. Yeah, to grow that muscle. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we ready when you ready, Scrappy.
I'm ready.
You got the mic.
Thank you.
Today we're going to talk about the war. There's a war going on. Let me get that light off of me. There's a war going on in heaven. There's a war going on in heaven. There's a war going on in heaven. Where is heaven? Heaven is your mind. Heaven is your mind. Where does God live? God lives in your mind. Where does Jesus live? In your mind. Where does the Holy Spirit? It all lives in your mind. Before we get started, the Bible said there's 3 levels of heaven. And just looking at this board, I'm going to erase this board, but everything is so aligned on this board. There are 3 levels of heaven. Heaven is up here, right? We know that heaven is the top green. There are 3 levels of heaven. There are 3 levels in the priesthood. There are 3s to everything, but the Bible don't say the word Trinity. We got to discuss the war in heaven today so we can understand what's going on. Why do you feel bad when you're in whatever state you're in? Because the mission is to always stay true blue and do what you want to do for your true blueness. But if you have to get into yellow and pink to get what you need, we want to understand what's this war. Why are you feeling bad? So say, for example, we know that love is the pink, right? We're looking for that love. Yellow is to look at me. That's the man. That's the representation. And this is us down here on the 3rd level of heaven. Notice that the highest level of heaven is love. But the lowest level down here is opposite. Hey, what are we craving? We are craving love and avoiding hate. That's simply saying your pink is your moral compass. Your pink decides, I want to be loved and I'll feel my best. And if I can't avoid hate, I'll feel my worst. But notice that the what? Yellow is always in the middle. This is the lowest level of heaven. The lowest level is where you at. Let me erase this and let the board dry. And I'm going to get into the message today. The Bible said that there was a war in heaven. I think it's Revelations 12:6 or some shit. I don't know. Somebody Google the word war in heaven for me. We're going to talk. Lynn, go ahead and do that for me. Chris, go ahead and do that for me. Google, there was a war in heaven. No, I can do it because I'm right here. Shit, I don't like to waste a lot of time, but shit, I'm right here. I can do it. There was a war in heaven. Let's see. There was a war in heaven. Let me Google this. Google, watch. There was a war in heaven.
According to Wikipedia, Revelation chapter 12, verses 7 to 10. 7 Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back.
War in heaven. So let's see. That's Revelation 7. Y'all read that when y'all get a chance. There are 3 levels in heaven. John said, I ascended to the 1st level of heaven. That's right here. That's you. That's where John could go. That's him as a man. And then he said on the 2nd level of heaven, that's where who lives? Huh? What do you think? That's where Jesus lives. And then the Lord lives on the highest level. That's what they try to get us to think. Understand this. The levels of heaven are you. It's who you are. I'm just stalling into the board drive. We're going to discuss some words. I want everybody to type the word devil on the timeline. Devil. We're going to get into this because you got to understand why are you feeling bad. Let me see, can I find a drag to dry this off? You got to understand, everybody write the word devil on the timeline. Devil. We're going to write some things. We're going to draw. I need to use the board today. We're not going to do a lot of joking and laughing. Because this is a serious matter, how they tricked us. It's all about control. It's about control. Don't be you. Don't be your id. Don't feed your little bitty baby. Because your little bitty baby, your id, the true you as a baby, it doesn't know, hey, I'm hungry right now. Maybe I should wait until 7 o'clock to get up and cry. You know? It's saying don't feed your true blue you. Don't feed your true God self. Somehow it's convinced us the opposite. It says don't feed your true blue self, because if you feed your true blue self, at some point, your true blue might want to fuck my bitch. Your true blue might want to steal something I stole. I want to control you mentally. I want to control you mentally. I'm going to control you with good and evil, God, the devil, Holy Spirit, Father, all this shit. Let's get into it. Let's look at the word lived. Lived. Devil. Devil is lived backwards. Now think about these words. These are English words, and y'all done heard me say this a million times. If you lived your life the way you wanted to, you were the devil. If you lived in your true blue, you're the devil. And that's what they said. All the things that your true blue desires, sex, food, fucking, all that shit, they say that's what? Devilish. They call it the flesh. Right? They call that carnal. If you lived your true blue, you are the devil. I want to teach you about this war. Don't get caught up in these words. And if you live, you're evil. While you're alive, you're evil. If you're living, I'm alive. And I'm going to live my life the way I want. Well, you evil. And when you die, if you lived past tense the way you wanted to, you're going to the devil. If you live the way you want to live, you're evil. And when you die, if you lived the way you want to live, you're going to the devil. But on the other hand, if you do what God say, we just add an O and you good. Oh, Lord. That's why you say, oh, Lord. Add an O to God. And you're good. And these words are fucking with us. I want to teach y'all about this war in heaven. But in order to teach y'all about this war in heaven, I'm going to have to draw. Y'all discuss this. I'm going to create a board. Y'all discuss this, what I just talked about. I'm going to create a board. And you and y'all go ahead and talk while I'm creating this, because I don't want.
That's so dope. I mean, and again, I've heard him say this before, but like, yo, they're really saying, if you decide to live, you're going to hell. Mm-hmm. We walking around depressed, going against our inner self, saying you can't use your imagination for imaginary place you ain't never known to be for real. Mm-hmm. You ain't never met nobody that know hell is real. Mm-hmm. You ain't never read nothing about somebody who didn't tell you that they died first. And this is what they saw when they didn't go into and they didn't say hell. Everybody see the white light. We have no idea. And I think that is crazy for us to box us in and based on imaginary place. But when Master Teacher puts a class like this together saying that same imagination that kept you boxed in, it could catch you, it could walk you right out. Yeah. It'll unlock the door and you'll go right out. You could fly right out the window. You could blink your eye. Mm-hmm. You could sneeze your way out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever you want to do. People saying that's weird, but we all stuck based on imagination, somebody else's imagination.
Right. And what is just dawning on me is like, yo, how it's almost disrespectful. Like, okay, they understand the value and the magnitude of a child's imagination, and then introduce us into religion, which stunts the imagination, but then tell us these elaborate make-believe Bible stories but then we can't ask no questions. You know what I'm saying? When my imagination takes off with it, and well, what about this and what about that, and I want to apply it to my life in this way and in this fashion.
They like, don't ask me. You know this shit not for real. For real,
Yes.
you asking questions about it.
Yes,
That's really, they like, don't you know this shit is fake?
fake. It's
For sure, if whoever was now
Mhm.
would be like, y'all still believe that shit? We was just writing shit. That
Yeah.
was just the
Not
media
too
of
long
the
ago.
time.
Yeah.
That's what people don't get. The Bible was the media of that time, no different than our phone, this Facebook is.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And only some people had one.
Look.
So everybody really been in that circle holding hands,
Mhm.
telling
the story going around.
Yes.
And around. Look, and to add to that, like Chris said, there wasn't no cell phone, so all they had was each other and their imagination to sit around and make up stories. Yeah, because it was like ain't no TV, ain't no Facebook watch, ain't no Netflix and chill. So what kind of stories can we make up today?
And that's when they was better. That's when you can look. That's when you could make up a whole motherfucking religion looking up at the stars.
Exactly.
You ain't had nothing else to stop you. We
or to
can't
compare it
imagine
to, or to contrast
feed
it, or to
us.
refute it, debate it by. Like, no,
That
what
shit
I
is
said
funny.
is law, goddamn, because I am that I say that I am. It ain't nobody here to say that I'm not.
But guess what I just thought about when Jay talk about women and lying, right? And how men be vexed. Think about it, ladies, right? So you are lying to this man that knows that you're playing with his intelligence, no
Intellect.
different than
Mhm.
we're reading this Bible. Like, you want us to believe this shit?
Yeah.
Do I have to believe this Jonah in the whale shit? Are
Yeah.
you fucking serious? This belly of the beast shit?
Yeah. Turn into a pillow of
and
salt.
you're going to either have to really disconnect from the truth, or it's going to make you want to fuck somebody up.
Mhm.
All right, let me have it.
You got it.
All right. No, I forgot one word up here.
So I said all that. Expect somebody to be mad.
Mhm.
If you know how you feel right now, especially if you've been a devout believer,
Mhm.
and he say some shit like this, I ain't grow up Christian, so that shit don't hurt me like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you think about the way the shit been funneled and manipulated and chopped and screwed for you,
Mhm.
and you ain't had no choice, and you been
Mhm.
depressed over that shit,
Exactly.
and you mad.
Yeah.
All right,
Hello.
let me show you where this depression and this anger come from. I put a lot on the board. And we're going to talk about it real quick. There was a war in heaven. You can look at Revelations 12:7-2. Revelations 12:7-2. I want y'all to write down a few scriptures. I want y'all to see we in America. In America, this is how they got us. In the Middle East, they got them folks with the same thing with the Quran, because the Quran is a form of the Bible. In certain places, they got them with Judaism, the same thing. You see what I'm saying? There's always a trinity. So what I want you to understand, there was a war in heaven. I want you to write down these scriptures. Job 1. I'm saying Job 1, Zechariah 3, and Matthew 4. These are three scriptures where the Bible proves that the devil still has access to heaven. God didn't kick Satan out. When you read Revelations 12, you'll see that God kicked out Satan with 1/3 of the angels. That 1/3, we're going to get into that. 1/3, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. 1/3 of the angels. But in Job, God was talking to the sons of God, and the devil walked up to God and said, "Where you from?" He said, "I've been looking through the earth to and fro, where you sent me at." See, there's three heavens. There's where God lives. There's the sky, space where you can't get to. And then that's this earthly realm. So when you die, your last breath, your last spirit, respiratory system, your breath, when you die, your last breath goes up to heaven, the highest heaven, to reside with God where it came from. So in this war in heaven, basically what happened was God had this plan supposedly to send Jesus to the world to defend man. Defense. That's what a war is. Jesus is the defense. Anytime you're defending yourself, it's because there's a war going on. Jesus' job was to go to the world and defend man from Satan. Save the world. Desire. We have two sides. First, we must discuss what these things are. This orange thing, this is an iceberg. I just wanted to show you an iceberg so you can clearly understand. Your ego is at the very top of the iceberg. Do you understand? Because that's what motherfuckers see. They see you. They see your Jesus. Who defends yourself to the world? Your Jesus. Who's your representative? So the world sees your ego at the very tip of the iceberg. This green line is the water. Now we go underwater. Your super ego is right at the surface. They can't see that. But if you show them your ego, they figure they know your super ego. Meaning when you go out into the world and you save the little cat out of the tree, they figure, well, if we saw him save a cat in a tree, then we know that his super ego, his judge, his angel, his Michael, his mom, his parents, his people taught him something good. So we can judge your super ego by what your ego does on the surface. In the very same way, if you go out here and kill a motherfucker over some shit, the world will say, your mother must have not taught you. You don't have an angel. You didn't listen to your Michael. You didn't judge this situation well. But our id is where? The deepest, darkest part. It's in the lowest, down here in the pink. It's the hell. It's the devil. Your id is the devil. Don't they tell you when you want what you want, you being devilish? When you want what you truly want. Now, let's talk about this. Your id is the pleasure principle. You remember Janet Jackson? Pleasure principle. Oh, principles of pleasure. What she was saying is your id wants to gain pleasure and reduce pain. That's all your id is looking for. I want something to give me pleasure or take away the fucking pain. Give me some pussy or give me some dope. Give me some for pleasure or take away the pain. Because when you're a child, you are wham, baby. You want pleasure or pain. But as you get older and grow, you want different things for pleasure and different things to take away the pain. See, back in the day when you was lonely and you was scared, you might just wanted a hug from your mama. Hug me, take away the pain. Pleasure, give me something to eat, sing to me. The older you get, you develop different pleasures. Now, the way the white man wants to control you is to tell you that your pleasure principle is bad. To seek your pleasure, to try to reduce your pain is a bad thing. Because they want us to think you got to be a slave, you got to struggle, you got to work hard, everything. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to who? Me, my id. I ain't working hard. I ain't working hard. I hope you don't either. Even if you have a job, you don't have to work hard. When I had a job, people said, well, you got a job? I said, well, they just supervise me. They tell me what I have to do and I get it done in my own time. My shit is always done. I work out my own system, so I never work the whole 8 hours. But your pleasure principle, that's your desires. That's your devil. That's your Lucifer. We're going to get into that. Now, what did they tell us? What did I show you that they taught us? They taught us that your true blue is what? Listen to what I'm saying. I said that backwards. I've been teaching us that our true blue is our God. That's who we should listen to. They don't want you to listen to your true blue because that means you might take something back from them. We need to control you in some way, form, or fashion. How are we going to control you? We're going to control you by giving you your own judge, your own angel, your own Michael. What does that mean? Well, the pink is what you judge everything by. Are they going to love me or hate me? If they love me, I feel high. If they hate me, I feel low. Are they going to love me or hate me? It's that angel that speaks to you on your ear. It's your Michael. And let's talk about the war in heaven. Let's talk about the war in heaven after we talk about this right here. This is your moral principle. Your pleasure principle say, go out and do it. Get what you want. Get what you need. Get it, 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 get it. Your moral principles say, you don't ever want to be wrong. I don't ever want to be wrong. It makes you feel guilt. And you don't want to feel guilt. Your moral compass is your superego. Remember, we learned who is your superego. You're born with the id. You're born with a true blue that wants shit. Who teaches you what you should and should not want? Your mama tell you you shouldn't want a Nintendo based on her pocketbook. Your mama tell you you shouldn't want nothing but a goddamn Lego set for Christmas. But if your mama got plenty of money, she'll tell you, baby, you can ask me anything you want to. So your pink is your moral compass, which is the spirit, the soul, the things that you learned about life. It teaches you when to not want what you want. It teaches you when you don't want to do, you should do. What's some examples of this, Javon? My true desire say, I'm 16, 17 years old. I want to fuck. I want to fuck many people as I want to. But my judge, my moral compass, my Michael, my angel say, no, no, no. You don't want to be wrong. Fucking before you get married is wrong. If you fuck this gal and leave her, you're going to feel guilty. You don't want to feel guilt. What are you saying, Javon? Why do you feel bad? Because there's a war going on in heaven, which is your mind. Now let's talk about this. Satan, Lucifer, is who they said is the bad guy. I taught you Lucifer was the good guy because Lucifer is the light. Lucifer means the light bearer. Lucifer is the first Christ, whether you know that or not. People don't know that. Same way Adam had a first wife, Lilith. They always said the one that wants to do what it wants to do is bad. Lilith didn't want to listen to Adam. Shit, according to the Bible, Eve didn't either. But let's get into it. But they say Eve was the good wife, the one that got him fucked up. See, Lilith didn't eat the fruit. Lilith had sense. Lilith said, I ain't got to eat this fruit to know I don't need no motherfucker kicking me in the ass whenever he get ready. I'm hauling ass. She hauled ass. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this shit for a second. God had decided to send Christ to the world to defend mankind. Send himself, his representative, his ego. What happened was this. Lucifer didn't like God's plan for Christ. So Lucifer got his angels and he said, look, we're going to war in heaven. It's a war in heaven. And God's archangel, Michael, who was the judge, did what? Michael kicked Satan out of the highest heaven. What's the highest heaven? The place where we make all our fucking decisions at. Kicked motherfucking Lucifer out of the highest heaven and replaced him with something else. Angel. He replaced him with Michael, the judge. So now, instead of fulfilling our desires, soon as we have a desire, we judge whether we should desire that or not. Soon as somebody asks us to help them move, help me move, I don't desire that. Well, I have to judge if it's wrong to turn my sister down. I don't want to go to my mother's funeral. I don't desire that. Well, I got to turn over here and see what the judge and what the angels say. Now let's get into it a little bit more. Just stop. Hold it. Write it down. I'm trying to show them the war. Lucifer, the devil, your true id is that angel on your right shoulder telling you, do what the fuck you want. Do it. That's your true id. The angel, the judge, the Michael, understand this, it's on your left shoulder telling you that's not moral. The war is happening right here. Your ego is defending its thoughts, actions, wants, and desires to each other. That's the war. Your ego is in the middle. Your ego is trying to tell your super ego, Lucifer, devil, desires two women. Your judge, angel, Michael, is saying you're only supposed to have one and you're married. Now, this guy right here, the anxiety, what we call depression, is this guy right here. He is defending. He is fighting. He's in a constant fight. Ego, I just want to go with what you say. Can I have my two women? Ed said, if you come on over here, you'll be happy. See, that's what I did. I took my ego, stepped on over here in the truth of my blue. I want two women, and what you see is a representation of me having two women. So I'm not at war. I'm at peace.
And that's why people mad.
Watch this. Now, right here, your true blue wants two women. But the angel on this shoulder is telling you not to do that. That's wrong. The judge, the world. So what do? You get in your ego and you step over here and you try to comfort the judge, the angel. Meaning, I'll get married and represent myself to the world this way. But as a cheater, cheating on your wife, you'll never be happy. That's the war. The person that's always fighting is the ego. You have to imagine this war going on in yourself and say to yourself, self, why am I not at peace? Whose side is my ego on? Whose side is my ego siding for? You're going to have to side on one side. You're going to have to side on one side. If you side over here to be a married man cheating, you better find some peace there. But is it any peace living in the pink world? No! So what are you trying to say, Javon? I'm trying to say this. The ego, Jesus is always being tempted by God or the devil. That's what they said. Jesus went out in the wilderness, hadn't ate in 40 days. The devil said, pink. The true blue told Jesus, eat, nigga. Think about this fucking shit real quick. These crackers some bad motherfuckers. Jesus was in the woods for 40 days starving. The devil came and tempted him to eat. Nigga, you dying. Eat. Have a sip of water. Jesus said what? No. I want to listen to my angel and continue to starve and not eat. Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane getting ready to be what? Crucified. His devil desire, because what is we do? Your pleasure principles wants to gain pleasure and reduce pain. Not getting crucified is really fucking reducing some pain. Not getting crucified is gaining some pleasure. The devil tempted him to not die. This motherfucker over here tempted him to go ahead and die. Because this is what's right. Now, what you don't understand is every time you have a desire or an undesire, first thing you say is, angel on my left, how I'm gonna look? Should I do that? Judge me. How will I be judged? Will I get the attention I'm craving? Or will I get the attention that I'm avoiding? And then your true blue is like, why are you even talking to them? You know that men and women fuck. Now you got me deciding whether I should steal a fucking apple out the grocery store and my children are starving. Why? Because you didn't fucking killed all the flowers, killed all the trees. I can't grow nothing. You give me a homeowner association for growing shit. So now I'm sitting in here and my true blue desire is to feed my fucking children, and I'm hungry. I want to gain pleasure, food in my belly, and reduce pain, my hunger pains. And this is my desire, and you didn't convince me to do my desire is bad. Now I'm sitting here trying to defend my motherfucking self. Jesus' ego is saying, but Angel Judge Michael, they done already killed all the trees. Georgia is the peach state, and I never seen a fucking peach on a tree in Georgia, so we starving. Can I go in here and steal a peach, feed my children? Don't you do what your true blue wants to do. You're starving. Don't you do that. And you don't have no peace within your ego. The person you walk around in is not happy. People can look at you and tell whether you're happy or not. I'm happy. I'm happy. Because when I don't say I don't consult my pink. I don't say that. Javon, you finna have 2 hours. I ain't gonna talk about this shit every day, but I'm excited because I finally revealed it to you, and it's a good point. Javon, you finna have a baby. It's 2 women right here. Neither one of their stomach is sticking out big. Now, my true blue, I'm gonna wanna have a child at some point. Me and my wife done already discussed this. But now, I'm not gonna defend myself. I'm gonna say, fuck. See that orange? I'm going to say, fuck that angel over there. Hey. Fuck that judge.
Boy, you better fucking...
Fuck Michael. Fuck them morals. Fuck never being wrong. Fuck that guilt shit. I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to go over here and get my baby. I'm going to get my women. I'm going to get my money without working. I'm going to get my motherfucking insurance. I'm going to get everything I'm supposed to get. Saying, fuck all that shit over there. And sometime I got to say, fuck my ego. Because I don't care how I look. Whether some niggas going to say, man, you look like a player. Some niggas going to say, man, you look like a dirt dauber. I don't give a fuck. There's a war going on inside of you. This war is because your ego is the executive. It's the CEO. It's the one actually having to deal with the fucking decisions that the angel or the devil make. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why you can't have peace. That's the war that's going on. That's what I'm saying. Imagine this war. Imagine this angel. Imagine this war in heaven. You cannot have peace because your ego has to deal with it. Man, I want to do this. I don't want to go. My Aunt Lucy didn't come to my mother's funeral. She called me and explained why. I said, that's some G shit. You ain't come to your sister's funeral? Now, everybody was going to think my Aunt Lucy had to, I hope they ain't watching this shit, but fuck her. I'm going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. I actually hope, I don't hope they ain't watching. That's my ego saying, I hope they don't see it and call me about it. But if they do, I'm going to say, fuck you. I don't give a fuck if they watching. But see, I noticed we train. I don't give a fuck who watching this shit. But I'm trained. Yeah, I hope they watching. That's like a nigga saying, I ain't mean to cut you off, but I'm about to cut you off. That's like saying, I hope they ain't watching. No, watch this. My motherfucking representative Aunt Lucy didn't come to my mother's funeral. Now, I'm the most outspoken one in the family. She didn't call none of my other brothers and sisters and explain, but she explained to me. Because I'm the most like her. She figured I was going to say, where the fuck you at, bitch? Your sister dead. You ain't even show up. Now, my Aunt Lucy didn't come to my mother's funeral, right? Watch this shit. This is the best example I could ever come up with. Source gave me this on the spot. I ain't even write this down. My Aunt Lucy didn't come to my mother's funeral. She knew her ego, her representative was going to have to defend that. Right? I don't know why my Aunt Lucy didn't come. That's in her head. What? the lowest part of her subconscious that no one will never know, right? Right here is what people gonna think. That's that iceberg. So our ego is representing the world. She didn't come. What people think? People made an assessment and judged her. And her excuse was her house was flooded, her grandchildren was sick and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But her moral compass, never being wrong, she didn't care about that. She didn't care about the guilt of it. Now watch this shit right here. Her true desire, her true devil, Lucifer, pleasure seeking. Gain pleasure. Not going to a funeral is gaining pleasure. Not going to a funeral is reducing pain. That's what her true blue wanted to do. Right? We don't know why. She didn't show up. And she ain't defend herself to nobody but me. She didn't care about the whole family. She explained it to me. Because she know I'm the nigga that said fucking Lucy ain't want to come, that's on her. But the more and more I talk to my other aunts, they said, we know why Lucy ain't come to your mama's funeral. They got in a big ass argument, and Lucy said, bitch, if you die, I won't come to your, no, my mama said it first. Bitch, I wouldn't spit on your grave. If you die, I wouldn't come to your funeral. My Aunt Lucy said, bitch, I won't come to yours either. And she stood on it. She stood on it. And she didn't defend herself to the moral cause of the world, the whole family. And the whole family was like, where Lucy? That's the oldest sister. Now, I'm sure she don't know that Cheryl told us, the one that I just put on happy 58th birthday. Yeah. If she knew Cheryl told us that shit, Cheryl like, shit, I'm going to tell you why. I just want you to know, goddamn.
I know.
So what's the point? I'm pretty sure at some point Lucy was standing in the middle and her desire said, I don't want to go. God damn it. She said she ain't coming to mine. Ain't like mama could know. Lucy was like, bitch, if you a ghost and you watching, I want you to know I stood on my word, bitch, and you died before me. God damn it. But I'm sure at some point Lucy was standing in the middle and some said, I don't want to go to this shit. Now, that reason subconscious of why she didn't want to go ain't that deep down. Now, we could form a surface reason why she didn't go, right? But her true ego didn't represent itself. Okay, well, watch this. Look at me in my life. We use it right here. My true desires, my blue, wants to be a polygamist. Want to live my life the way I want to live it. Now, in the middle, this ego, it's going to be at war because it's trying to defend itself. It's always trying to explain to the world why I do it, and then back to the ego, like, why you keep asking me to want more shit, man? Or why you keep not, I want to help my sister move, man. Why you don't want to help? Because I don't want to help. So your ego will show up and just halfway do the job. That woman don't want to suck your dick tonight. That woman don't want to suck your dick. But it's Valentine's Day and you just bought her a card and some flowers. So her judge, her angel, her moral, she don't want to feel bad. She don't want to be wrong. So what does she do? She sucks your dick. She in her ego. But she don't go down on it all the way good. She beating him and she asking you, what's taking you so long to come? And she's taking it with a piece on purpose a little bit.
Is you done?
There's a war going on inside. Imagine it. When you going through these situations for the rest time of your life, when you are not happy with who you are putting out to the world, ask yourself, am I on my ego side, super id side, or my super ego side? Because all your ego is a referee. And he's telling them, stop fighting. Stop fighting. Nigga, either do what the fucking world say do, because you a moral compass motherfucker, and you subscribe to all the laws of the world and live like that, or do what the fuck you gonna do, because you dragging me back and forth.
Yeah.
And understand this whole model is so that even when you're not on the slave plantation, even when they're not over top of you, whipping your ass, telling you what to do. Before slavery, that's what religion is for. That's why they all have trinities. Even before then, when they say, hey, I want to take all the peaches in Georgia and put them over here. Now I want to move to New York. Well, what about the people that's going to steal peaches when you leave? Oh, we ain't worried about them. We gave them somebody to judge them. We gave them a moral compass.
Yes.
We gave them a moral compass. We gave them something. They always going to be at war themselves. I'm living in my ego, happy as a motherfucker.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Clap for the yellow.
You need some head right now.
I know I need some head for that shit. Suck me off on camera.
Okay, listen here. Look. Listen. No. The Bible is the book of instruction to the slave owner, to his slaves, on how you get.
Don't just say the Bible, all of them. Yeah, you got it though. Go ahead.
It's the instruction of how you damn keep these slaves, people, because we always are the weight to do the work.
Yeah,
Whatever,
the labor.
Right? The labor, yeah, right?
Okay.
So this is the instruction to keep these motherfuckers on the leash when they not here.
You ever notice they say happy as hell?
Oh, happy as hell.
Yeah,
okay, I'm happy.
hell.
Okay, I didn't know.
Are you happy as the devil? No, think about it. When you in your hell doing the shit that they say the devil, I'm serious.
Yeah.
The shit that the fucking desire, go back to the board real quick and I'm gonna let y'all have it. The shit that the desire, devil, Lucifer wants to do, that shit make you happy as a motherfucker.
Happy as hell.
What biggest say? I want to go to hell where they smoke reefer, smoke crack, and fuck. He don't want to go to heaven with all the goody goodies up there drinking milk and honey. Where the reefer at? I'm being in heaven like, hey, where the bitches at? Where the reefer at? Ain't nobody selling no pussy up here. What's this? Thought this was heaven. Lorenzo said, ain't no weeds in heaven. Y'all got it.
Boy, go.
I have to say this. Y'all have to remember, I was not raised Christian.
Okay.
But so I see the range and reach of Christianity and how, regardless if you're not raised in it, it's still the way of the world. So it is still dictating how you move and shake, regardless.
Let me say this real quick, please. You got it after this. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons. See, y'all, these colleges were started in the 1700s before they started educating niggas and changing words. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons. If you a demon deacon, that's a religious school. The religious school called themselves the Demon Deacons. Duke University is a religious college. It calls itself the Blue Devils. That means we happy doing what we want. We demons and devils. Y'all gonna fuck around and let them folks fuck y'all up. I'm a devil and a demon. Devil, I need you. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Baby.
Yo, you can add something.
I just feel like that was the most amazing
I think that's
lesson. Yeah.
Can I get a special cash out for that one, y'all?
Number one.
Because I thought this was going to be a weak
Yes.
lesson, and I thought I was going to have a hard time explaining
No,
it.
you did that beautiful.
That shit almost made me want to
cry. Yeah,
yo.
exactly.
Yo,
Okay, so listen,
man.
before I forget, yes, so I completely am like, yo,
we already knew and understood that there was like an internal conflict. And like there's this line in the movie or a story, it's like you got two wolves, right? And whichever one you feed is the one that's strongest. We know this. We've seen this. We've seen it in the cartoons, the two people, the angel and the devil on your side, whoop-de-woo, blase, blase, right? So the idea that we are a mascot. When we put on the outfit, that's what I'm trying to get to. I just gave you the point. Okay, so the story, hopefully I can explain how it's coming to me. But basically the pink, because we've talked about pink and yellow being outfits, right? Is a mascot. I got the idea, of course, I'm coming from sports. Like, we become a mascot for whatever that is. The cheerleader, the silent boos, like we put on the outfit of pinkness and we become the silent cheer for whatever we're pinking for. You know what I'm saying? And in that pinkness as a mascot, if your momentum is to cheer on the bullshit, then the reverse of that is to boo the real shit that you really want. What's really going on, what's really good. Yes, that's why we so backwards and our shit is so upside down, yo. First of all, we not operating in our realness. We put on a mascot, you know what I'm saying, outfit to cheer for some shit that's not real and true to us. And then because we are a cheerleader for the bullshit, it forces us to have to boo the other team.
You have to,
because you can't cheer for both.
That's the opposite.
That's
it's
the
momentum.
duality of
it's
it.
like you have to hate the angel. You have to hate the
angel
and love the devil.
Yeah.
In order, that's why I always said
to
devil.
be at peace, because it's still blue dot peace
the angel
at the end of the day.
The angel is telling you, don't do what the devil said do.
Right.
Because you don't want your Jesus to look like that to the world.
Exactly.
So look, I put the Bible created right or wrong, right? And in turn, we judging ourselves all the time. So in turn, we judging other
people,
and it's creating a boomerang effect that we're feeling. Because if you wasn't judging yourself, you wouldn't know how it felt you wouldn't know what judgment was to somebody else.
Go to the board real quick.
And then if I could add, we're always the first thing we say when we about to be real with somebody, don't judge me.
Go to the board real quick.
We should just be real with them.
Exactly. That's what we're saying. Don't judge me. Go to the board real quick. Look at that pleasure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at the board. Look at that id down there. That id is the subconscious at the very bottom of that iceberg. That ego is what you see. So when you at the store and that person see you as your ego, a real Jesus person, stick a stake in your pocket, they don't know that down below the surface, your id is stealing for your family. Y'all ain't ate in 2 days. But right above the surface, they say super ego. He must be what? A bad person. He's stealing. Stop, thief, tell on him, get rid of him. But if they walk up to that person's ego board will defend itself. I'm stealing for this reason. You see the surface of the iceberg, the smallness. You don't see the big fucking id way down here at the bottom why I'm stealing. So when that person see you steal, they judge you. They judge you. Yep. That's why the ego has a problem walking into the store just saying, excuse me, owner of this store, can I please have something to eat, anything left over? Because it's afraid that it's going to, get it. It's afraid that it's going to be judged for stealing and afraid it's going to be judged for asking. You, Lynn, you was about to cry. What did you just get?
Motive.
No one knows that.
Emotion that drove me to move, to make that decision. No one knows that.
No one knows what's down up under there.
Motives, yes, is what it is. The emotion that drove me, motive to move, to do something. It's nobody's business. No one knows it. And I don't have to explain it. And it's not up for judgment. If I'm not judging me, I'm not giving a doo-doo.
That's just like, say for you, for example, when I was first talking to you and it was your son's senior year in high school and you was leaving right before his senior year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one knew your motives. Why? No one knew deep down, I ain't telling too much of your business, but you like, shit, he need to be with his dad his senior year. His senior year is the year where he gonna wild out. It's senioritis.
Yeah.
You get relaxed, you close. So when people asked you, you just like, fuck it, don't nobody need to, but go to the board. Deep down, right there, look at that board. Up top, her Jesus, her ego, the world said, you left your son his senior year. We're judging you. You're super ego. You must not be a good mother. They didn't know deep down in your heart, you was like, I didn't done all I had because, but speak on it. You explain it with the board up there. And then Chris, you explain something with the board up there. We got time. Give an example, and then we're going to let Mama on to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So,
and you ain't got to give that example, but explain it with the board up there.
Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, my greatest desire was to help facilitate my son having an awesome education experience. And I had done all that I knew and that he was willing to allow me to do at that point. He's a junior and he like, yo, I'm going to need you to step off as far as, coming up to the school and talking to my teachers. And at that point, he was hands off. It's pretty much like, okay, Ma, I got this. And so that left me, just like, okay, well, shit, take it, son. You got it. Go with it. You do it how you want to do it. It is your life. It's your school experience. And I have gifted you with everything that I know to do. So I'm all for that. Why not let your dad step in? It's a great time for your dad to step in and add whatever he wants to add to your school experience as it's about to come to a close anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where we were. He was like, yeah, I got it. Mama, you good. You equipped me. I'm going to run with it from here. So it put me in a position to be free and be like, hey, let's move about the cabin and move on to our next chapter in life.
But looking at that board, how many people judged you?
And
say you was wrong and tried to guilt you?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that I told the situation to, that I was leaving not knowing that I'm leaving him in the most magnificent hands that he could be left in.
Not knowing that you like, ain't nothing I can do with this motherfucker at this point. He ain't listening like he should.
Exactly. And he's decided, he's made up in his mind where he is with school and what the decisions were. So we all living in our blue dot. It was right around when I had started class. So I'm talking to him about the things that Jay is instructing us on. He's hearing me watch class. He's hearing me talk about class. We're living class at this point. His senior year, we were straight up, his junior year, we were straight up living in Bears and Bubbles. He heard me in the mornings, and that's what I talked about all day long. Any conversation that I was having with him was a direct result of what was going on in class. And so it was like, yo, son, you can live your life and have this experience however you choose to, and I'm willing to help you do that because that's how I'm trying to live.
So Chris, I'm gonna put the board up and you look at the board and you explain, and then I'm gonna put explain a situation that where in your life you could clearly see this.
I mean, this situation, people see me, people just like, when I'm out, I'm just not like Chris Clark, your wife.
But I want you're doing a good job, but talk with the board, the ego, the iceberg up top. Say what part is and what, and then do your summation of that. You get what I'm trying to tell you to do? Well, just talk.
Yeah. Let me just add this. The whole point of the judgment is it's a fake care that you was talking about yesterday. That's what I really wanted to say. So that's what I was saying. But the fake caring that you talked about yesterday, this right or wrong is creating a fake judgment. People feel like they supposed to judge people and what they're doing because they're constantly judging themselves. So you can't even really be it's hard to see something like this as so easy to be in your blue because people think that they entitled to go to somebody and say, I don't like what you're doing. And we don't have that right to care like that.
And when we say I don't like what you're doing, we really saying, yo, you're doing some shit that I can't do. I wish. I remember I was real growing up, my grandma, and my grandma had a liquor house. A liquor house. She sold liquor, sandwiches and food and shit, and they gambled at her house all day. But my grandma supposedly got religion and stopped gambling. So if she was to see us playing cards, don't be playing them goddamn cards. That's the devil's game. I'm like, but people play cards in your house from Friday evening to Sunday. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want us playing no cards, and don't play cards when it's raining. If it was raining, you didn't stop them niggas from playing cards. But really what she was saying was, damn, I done gave up some of the best shit I love playing cards. Mm-hmm. I don't want nobody having no fun playing cards around me unless I'm making $1 off it. She walk in the house and them niggas in there playing poker, she cutting the table, so she making money, so it don't bother her as much. Mm-hmm. But she walk in there and see her family playing spades for free. Put the devil game up. Mm-hmm. It bothers her because she be tempted to get down and play. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Chris. I mean, whose turn is it? Mama Onda, come on in here. Let me put that link up.
This is a great lesson. Yes. Like, I'm gonna be just. I think this was the best.
Yeah. Because if I could just add,
I mean, I ain't mean to cut you off yesterday. I'm playing. I have anxiety in here because you're not trying to impress, but you really want to come. I'm not coming in here every morning to say some shit that don't make sense to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I judge my own self. You know what I'm saying? I have to judge my own self. Every message I put my heart, soul into them. And it's but I think this is the one that I should get a lot of cash apps for.
Listen, I think this. I got anxiety sitting across from me.
I think this is the one that sums it up, like helps you understand. There's this war. You're going to have to be in blue sometime. You're going to have to be in pink or yellow, but that war.
Everything. That's what it's in the fabric of all we do. Like, you know how they have when somebody sue the government. It's like, I'm mad like that. Like, you have put this in me before I had a chance to be me. Yep. And now I've been warring against myself. This cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
That's really happening to people every day because your yellow is fighting. Yes. Every day. Your brain will not rest. This is not like, if you wanted to call it something, that's not depression.
You said cognitive dissonance. That's exactly
this is what's really happening. Every day. It's not the depression. It's not it's this. And your brain is not created and wired to settle in that space.
It's like saying my heart. Your blue is your heart. It's your gut. It's you. And it's what you really want to do. But your pink is your mind. And it's like your heart and your mind battling. It's like, I don't love this man at all and I hate him. But my mind needs that provision and his help. So I'm at a battle. I want to leave a motherfucker that's taking care of me. I'm at a battle. Or on the opposite side, I'm at a battle. This motherfucker don't do nothing for me and the world know it, but my heart loves him. I know my heart love him and I ain't gonna leave him, but I'm not at peace because every day we go to the family reunion or go somewhere, I know all I can think of is people looking at me like I'm still with this sorry motherfucker. And he love to take pictures. So everywhere we go, he posted it. And I'm like, damn, I bet you they think I paid. But Pim, James, Paul, and Tyrone. That song is a perfect example. That song is her ego. That song is the war. I'm fucking this guy. He at the house. He playing the video game all day. He got Paul, James, Jim, and Tyrone, 4 friends that be over there all the time. He don't never buy me nothing. I pay for everything. I buy everybody dinner. Right? She telling you. Because she's saying, everybody in the world know I'm taking care of my boyfriend, Derek, and Paul, James, and Tyrone. Well, be happy taking care of him. Now, you made the song because you know the world looking at you like a fool.
Yeah.
So when you finally said it, you got some liberty. You better call Tyrone, but you can't use my phone. Okay, really? You done pay for this nigga and his 4 friends to eat, girl? Sit your ass down with that dumb shit.
You need to do a thing where you down.
He like, damn. And when she say that shit, you can't use my phone. He said, all right, fellas, let's go. And they said, you ain't mad? He said, man, we've been laying up on this bitch 5 years, man. Shit, she got 2 kids by me. Goddamn. I thought this bitch was gonna been putting me out.
Look, I got an example now from earlier. Okay. And my Jesus people
Put the board up.
In my Jesus, people see me as a wife, right? I'm a wife to the world. But they judging me for what type of wife I am because they feel like I let you do too much. I'm letting you have this baby.
Your super ego. They think you ain't got no morals.
They think I don't have no morals about this, about Lynn being here, all that stuff. They don't know in my blue, I know I ain't never wanted to be no wife. I did that shit in pink anyway. So there is I appreciate I see the way me and Jay work different because I'm not looking at us through the standard husband and wife eyes. I'm looking at him as a partner in life. And so in being a part connected to someone that you see as a valuable partner, you make sure that you help them ensure their happiness. You get what I'm saying? And so, in allowing you to always be truthful with me, it allows me to always want you to be able to have your blue. And therefore, you see the wife sitting right here who's allowed another woman to move in and openly embrace her as my sister. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the judgment, I think I get from people.
Lorenzo said, I show how proud I am to be responsible for a life I've heard. Bro, you shouldn't post your daughter so much. They don't understand why I do. And they saying that because they are looking, their mind is vibrating. Remember, I told y'all real quick, everybody's going to give you advice on who they are. Their mind is, that man is the protector of his child. That man is proud of his little girl. He's proud of her school accomplishments. And he's showing men how I created this class based off watching that little girl. That's when I realized, oh, grown women act like little girls. She don't act like a grown woman. Grown women act like little girls. So everybody got something to say. That's the motherfucking hater. It's almost like when people saying that, they like saying, I hope something happened so you can know I'm right. Stop posting your daughter. I hope something happens so you can know I'm right. Do you really realize that people telling you that? I remember when I stopped believing in Jesus and they used to say, well, you know, Jesus, your co-pilot. So if you don't believe in Jesus, you better stop driving. Oh, you trying to make me scared driving? You fucking idiot. That's why I fucking hate you. You're trying to make me scared. Fuck out of here with that shit. Mama on to bring it on in.
Boy, this is church right here. Woo. I'm trying to tell you.
So, no, I don't have it rigged, but let me tell you something. I was up at 4:00 in the morning trying to figure out why the hell was I prejudging. The word, I looked it up. Hold on one second. Foreboding, fearful, apprehensive, a feeling that something bad will happen.
Damn, what happened? Hopefully she'll come back in. She sound like she had some dope shit she was about to say.
She always feel like when it's her turn that it be some sore shit for her. So I want to hear what she. Yeah. This shit get funny. And I remember Jay used to be like, when you could laugh, that's when you're free.
Try to come back in, Mama Onda. Try to come back in.
When we told her she was the one on the timeline, she said, damn it.
Put it back on you, yo. Let me go up here and get this wide angle while we wait on her to come back. I'm gonna switch it off the board and get the wide angle. I'm gonna come back to her. I want to hear what she gotta say because there we go. Mama Onda back in the motherfucking house.
Momo, that's her name.
So I know this was for me. The class was for me. See, I sent a Cash App earlier this week, and I said I depend on this class way too much. I wish I could send more.
I remember you said that.
Because I was in the bed and I was like, now why the hell am I worried about that? And it's prejudging. I am always prejudging. I'm always trying to control other people by prejudging. And I have to get this out because for years I followed this class and I was afraid to be on the board. I said I called you, Jay, I need to be on the board. Nope, I changed my mind. I was afraid. so many times. Now I keep ending up in the wonk wonk, and I put myself on the goddamn board every motherfucking week. But it just
Get that
really
damn vibration.
all this time being fearful and apprehensive because of
Making me go out.
what I think other people are gonna say. And damn. Am I still here?
Yeah, you
we
still
got
here. It just made me go out for a second. I don't know what that is.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
yeah. I was just so afraid of what other people are gonna say. And then the other thing I've been dealing with myself on is judging other people. It's like, why are you so judgy? Why are you so judgy? Well, it's the way the system is set up. I've been taught to judge my whole life. Just like the girl who I went on a trip with. I'm judging her. I don't really judge with her because she don't carry herself in the same manner that I was taught to carry myself. We ain't got the same morals.
Exactly.
It can come down to just something so simple. And I'm so tired of not being at peace.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
The ego lives in the world. That's what people don't understand. The ego has to be at peace.
Yeah.
The ego will defend itself. Listen, y'all really get this. The ego will defend itself to other people. But the biggest adversary of the ego, it's the super ego and the true blue. It's always defending itself. You gotta just accept who your true blue dot is, and then go out and live yellow to get that, and not care how you look. I would rather be happy yellow trying to get my true blue than unhappy yellow trying to fool the world. I don't think that's what I'm trying to say. Your ego is who you always in it.
Yeah,
you
can't
cannot escape your ego.
Okay.
Even when you in the house by yourself and you ain't got to hide from nobody, your ego is asking yourself, well, morally, is that right? You want to eat again? You could be sitting in the house by yourself and you just ate a good meal, and then your true blue said, shit, I want to eat something else. I want to be greedy today. I want to be a glutton today.
Be greedy.
And your ego said, hey, super ego, how you feel about us eating again? Well, if you eat again, you're really going to be greedy. You're going to put on 2-3 pounds and be fat. And then your ego said, motherfucker, just eating one extra meal ain't going to show up on me. I'm already 600-pound life. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that shit go. You got anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Mama?
No, I just appreciate y'all. It's a amazing lesson. I'm definitely gonna be revisiting this one again.
Thank you. Love you so much. Well, family, y'all know what time it is. It's time to celebrate our body and enjoy our mind.
Ooh, yeah.
Y'all remember that? Celebrate your ego and enjoy your devil. You better. I'm telling you. Devil, I need you. I'm going to live. Call me the devil if you want to. I'm happy as a devil. I'm a happy little devil. I'm happy as hell. I'm a blue devil. I'm a Duke blue devil. I'm a demon deacon living my life how I want to be. I'm going to celebrate my body and enjoy my mind.
I'm a deviled egg.
You already got
with a little paprika.
Oh, shit.
Rub yourself.
Look at where you at in the camera now. Girl,
I have not moved.
Go to church.
I have not moved.
I'm playing with you.
It's supernatural. Yes.
Let's go.
Letting us share our art with y'all.
Cause we believe
Supernatural travel.
life.
We live colorblind.
Life imitates art. And we just want you to live your best life.
Where we go.
Decorated with all kinds of
Nobody
colors. No lace fronts and no makeup. And
Choose who you want to dance
Let's
with.
celebrate with life we go.
Yeah.
celebrate every day. Like it's your birthday, an anniversary. Just keep it funky, baby.
Yeah. Celebrate your body.
Please put your name and your city up. Please put your name and city up for Mama Onna can add you. Please put your name and city up. If you're new, put your name and city up. We're trying to compile a list of true blue dots. Thank you so much.
They'll take you where you need to go. Recesses of your mind when you're all alone and it's just you by yourself. We call that the boom boom room. Yeah. You got all your favorite vices. You smoke, you drink, let it all go. Snacks, and yeah. Beautiful. That's how you do it, baby. Celebrate your body. Yeah.
You already know what it is. It is time for my least favorite time of the day. We love y'all, man. Today's class was so wonderful. I learned so much studying for this class. I studied so long in the morning. I study, and man, I learned so much from this class. This class is changing my life, and I appreciate you. Please share this class with like-minded people. More than anything, y'all see is rolling at the bottom. Please cash app us. We ain't trying to get rich. We're just trying to live. We know that what we do is valuable. So please appreciate us and show us that you love us. Do not be the one that's always expecting the next man to give, but give from your own heart when you got a chance. Don't let the shit fucking worry you to death, but give when you can. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Your boom boom room.
Yes. No makeup and choose who you want to dance with and celebrate life, love. Yeah, celebrate every day. Like it's your birthday, an anniversary. Just keep it funky, baby. Yeah, celebrate your body and enjoy all parts of your mind.
Mama Honda. The Cash App is strolling. Terrence the Don.
Supernatural travels. They'll take you where you need to go. In them far recesses of your mind when you're all alone and it's just you by yourself. We call that the boom boom room. Yeah. You got all your favorite vices.
Like we know.
You drink. Let it all go.
The master teacher. It's very easy.
Do it. That's how you do it, baby.
Celebrate your body.
Please cash app us at the master teacher. Thank y'all so much. We see y'all tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Peace. Team on 2. 1, 2, team.